Every day, billions of searches are typed into engines like Google. Every question answered in seconds. But behind this magic lies a secret, a brilliant mind who taught computers to understand human language. Before Siri could speak, before Google could search, before ChatGPT could answer, there was one woman. In a quiet lab in 1970s Britain, she laid the foundation for how machines process language. She invented something that powers nearly every AI you use today. And yet, history barely mentions her name. This is the story of Karen Spärck Jones, the woman who taught computers how to understand you. The quiet pioneer who made machines comprehend words, meaning, and context long before AI was a buzzword. Born in 1935 in Huddersfield, England, Karen Spärck Jones began her academic journey far from computer science. Karen was a linguist, but not the kind buried in books. She studied how language worked and how it could be modeled. She believed meaning could be quantified. She studied history and philosophy at Cambridge. But in the late 1950s, a new fascination took hold. Could computers understand human language? In the 1960s, she joined the University of Cambridge, where she combined linguistics with computing. It was radical, a field barely recognized by either discipline. But it was there, in this intersection of words and math, that she made history. While most scientists focused on making people speak computer code, Karen asked a revolutionary question. Can computers understand us? Computers weren't designed to talk. In the early days, they understood numbers, zeros, ones, and later simple logic. If this, then that. But human language? It's messy, emotional, full of synonyms, sarcasm, and shifting context. How does a computer know if field means a soccer pitch or a database entry? In the 1950s and 60s, teaching computers to understand English was a fantasy. Most scientists didn't think it could be done. But Karen tackled this head-on. She pioneered the use of thesauri and semantic classification to teach machines the subtle art of meaning. In 1964, she published Synonymy and Semantic Classification, a foundational paper that laid the groundwork for what we now call natural language processing, or NLP. In the early 1970s, Karen introduced a concept that would forever change information retrieval: inverse document frequency, or IDF. Sounds technical, right? But it's everywhere. IDF is the logic that helps search engines understand what you're actually looking for. Imagine searching for apple. Do you mean the fruit, the company, the music label? Her model gave computers a way to weigh words, based on how rare or common they were across a collection. It allowed the machine to make an intelligent guess. Simply put, IDF helps computers understand that a word appearing frequently in one document, but rarely elsewhere, is more important. She made meaning measurable. This statistical insight became the backbone of search engines. It helped rank results by relevance. In fact, every time you Google something, you're benefiting from Karen's groundbreaking work. But no one listened. The tech world was male-dominated. The AI field in the 70s and 80s was obsessed with expert systems and symbolic logic, not language. She wasn't from Stanford. She didn't run a lab in Silicon Valley. She was a woman in a field that dismissed both linguists and women alike. She published her work. She developed models. She kept working, while others took credit or simply didn't care. Karen's genius was in combining linguistics with statistics. She didn't just want computers to count words. She wanted them to grasp meaning, context, and nuance. This interdisciplinary approach was revolutionary. It influenced AI, machine learning, and even today's large language models like GPT-4. Her work laid the foundation for machines that don't just read text, but understand it. Karen's IDF model became the backbone of something called TFIDF, term frequency inverse, document frequency. It's the math that powers Google search, text classification, spam filters, or recommender systems. Her logic taught computers to rank words by importance, cut through the noise, recognize which words actually mattered, and that made the modern search engine possible. Even today, TF-IDF is still used and taught. It's the basis for vector space models and information retrieval. Even deep learning NLP models often use it as a baseline. If you've used Google, Siri, ChatGPT, then you've used her legacy. But she didn't patent it, didn't profit from it. She believed in open knowledge long before open source was cool. She believed machines should adapt to us, not the other way around. Karen Spärck Jones didn't play the fame game. She didn't launch a startup. She didn't chase VC funding. She was a quiet academic, writing papers, building models, mentoring students. And because she didn't market herself, she was forgotten, even as others built billion-dollar empires on the very ideas she created. Beyond her research, Karen was a fierce advocate for women in computing. At a time when the field was dominated by men, she famously said, "Computing is too important to be left to men." She mentored generations of students, co-founded the MPhil in speech and language processing at Cambridge, and inspired countless women to enter tech. Karen's contributions earned her many prestigious awards: the ACM Sultan Award, the BCS Lovelace Medal, the ACMAI Alan Newell Award. She was also elected a Fellow of the British Academy and became the first female president of the Association for Computational Linguistics. Since 2008, the Karen Spärck Jones Award honors outstanding research in NLP and information retrieval, ensuring her legacy continues. Today, her ideas power billions of searches, voice assistants, and AI systems worldwide. As AI grows smarter, Karen's vision remains at its core. The next generation of language models, chatbots, and translation tools all build upon her pioneering work. She taught computers not just to process language, but to understand it. And in doing so, she changed how humanity connects with machines forever. Language is what makes us human. And Karen Spärck Jones was one of the first to make language machine-readable. Without her, Google wouldn't rank your searches. Siri wouldn't know what you're saying. ChatGPT wouldn't even understand your prompt. She didn't just teach computers words, she taught them meaning. And that is the most human breakthrough of all. If you're inspired by Karen Spärck Jones' story and want to uncover more hidden heroes of technology, hit subscribe. Together, we'll explore the pioneers who shaped our digital world.